It is officially October 1. I don't know where the time has went, but the year is 75% over. All we got is 3 more months. And I want to encourage you guys to make these next 3 months some of the best months in your mind. You might be watching this thinking, what is you talking about right now? I'm talking about in your mind. Literally, what you think is what you are. So wherever your mind is where you are at all times. You can be in a mansion, and if you're depressed and you're feeling down and you're feeling, not worthy, you're going to feel that regardless of where you're at. I want to encourage you guys to be happy. I know it's easier said than done. And I know that for people like myself especially, it's really hard to be happy. Because whenever we're happy, whenever we have a true, genuine moment of happiness, we're always waiting on the other shoe to drop. Life has become such a fight and such a battle for me that instead of those depressive episodes being something that happened so rarely, now my depression and anxiety is the default setting. And when something good happens in my life, that becomes the rarity. It's like, oh, shoot, we're having a good moment. Okay, let's enjoy this little thing while we got it. And then after that good moment passes, it's back to the sadness. It's back to the depression. It's back to feeling like, woe is me. And I don't want to be that person anymore. Because being that person and repeating that thought process in my mind never got me anywhere but in more depression and sadness. Now I'm dealing with clinical depression, which is the chemical imbalance on top of all that. Whereas I wasn't really dealing with that before. Dealing with this clinical depression is a whole different ballgame. One that I don't wish on anybody. But I'm trying to encourage myself to be happy because good things are happening in my life. There have been a lot of changes taking place and, I'm having to move back in and move back home for a little bit. But I'm very hopeful for tomorrow and hopeful for the future. And I'm having to tell myself it's okay. It's okay to be hopeful for tomorrow. It's okay to be happy. You're allowed to feel these emotions without having to worry about, it's almost like a crime to feel these emotions. It's almost like it's illegal for me to be happy because anytime I'm happy, there's always something on the horizon waiting to happen, something bad to take my happiness, my little bit of happiness away. But I got to get more into the habit of thinking positive thoughts and speaking that into my life. And whenever good things happen, really holding on to those good things. Because what I've learned, and I know I'm kind of saying a lot of different things in here, but what I've learned also, excuse me, is that when a series of good things happen and then that same number of bad things happen, I focus mostly on the bad things. I tend to harp on those bad things. Should something good happen, I'm still thinking about that bad thing that happened earlier. Yeah, I'm happy I got this good thing that's happening right now. I'm still thinking about that bad thing earlier. If I focus more on the good things that took place, and those things get put in the back of my mind, and I'm reminding myself of the good things that happen, even when bad things happen, then I'm doing something right. And overall, my attitude will change towards life. But if every time something good happens, I'm still thinking about them bad things that happen, then my overall outlet and outlook will be negative. And I don't want to be that person anymore. So it starts with today. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. And I know this video is very, choppy and thrown together, but it's just my thoughts right now. Let's think better thoughts. Let's be happy and let's be okay with being happy and allow ourselves to be happy. Allow ourselves to experience positive emotions without feeling guilty or worried that there's going to be something that comes and takes it away. And should there be some bad things that happen in the midst of us trying to be happy, I still want to focus on the positive things. So that way my positive thinking can become my default thinking. The positivity can become the default way of looking at my life. For too many years, decades even, I've looked at my life as a storm. I don't want to be that no more. So we starting today, October 1. 2024. Let's think positive things. Every day I'm going to think of three things, that I'm happy about and that I'm happy to have. Gratitude, right? So for today, my three things are electricity. One, I'm happy to have that. Two, a place to stay. And three, I'm happy to have this phone right here that I'm able to record on. So there we go. That's three things. And I'm going to think on those things throughout today. And how we're blessed to have the electricity to be able to power things and run things. How I'm blessed to be able to have a place to stay, even if it's with others. And then also the phone to be able to communicate and put this video out. Made me some money too in the process. But anyway, let's hope that, here's to hoping, right, that this month is a much better month. And that really the rest of the year is much better than these last 9 months have been. That is all for today.